teach and promote Kalinago culture. Among these are the Carifuna Cultural Group and the Karina Cultural Group, which stage music and dance performances for tourists at the Kalinago Barano Tay and at a small stage in Batica. Did you know that the Carifuna Cultural Group has traveled throughout the Caribbean, as well as South America and Europe, promoting Kalinago cultural heritage? Did you know that the Karina Cultural Group has also established ties with Amerindian groups in South America? The Waitu Kubuli Carifuna Development Committee has built several traditional buildings in Salabia. Among these is the Church of Saint Marie of the Kalinago, which is decorated with murals depicting Kalinago history and has a Kalinago canoe for an altar. I will focus today on Did You Know Kalinago culture and tourism. Made possible compliments your nation station, DBS Radio. Up next, we bring you the DBS Major Morning News.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
Good morning. In the headlines, Her Excellency the President Sylvani Burton tells Portugal Dominica is committed to collaborate in several areas. St. Lucia Police Welfare Association boss slams Prime Minister's pay increase for police. And Donald Trump tells the BBC that Russia has the cards in peace negotiations. The details follow.
The range of King juices are 100% natural with no added sugar. King offers a range of refreshing juices which are enriched with vitamin C and no added preservatives. Delight yourself in one of King's nectars or treat your little ones with a Kinita box drink at a refreshingly low price today. Keen, the juice in our lives. Sold at major supermarkets island-wide. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Petro Caribe. Installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
DBS News.
Thank you for joining us this morning. I am Ivona John Baptist Luge. First off this morning, President of Dominica, Her Excellency Sylvani Burton, has called on Portugal's new ambassador to Dominica to ensure that the two countries collaborate in areas such as tourism, trade, health, education, agriculture, renewable energy, and climate change resilience. Her call came as Her Excellency Catarina de Mendoza Oliveira Rodrigues, Portugal's new ambassador to Dominica, presented her credentials to the Dominica president on Wednesday. Her Excellency Burton said the determination of small island developing states to secure a sustainable and resilient future through the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals is seriously overshadowed by the major global challenges confronting the region on a daily basis. She says Dominica remains resolved in its commitment to working with Portugal and the rest of the global community to offer solutions to the various challenges with a view to realizing a sustainable, transformative, safer, and fairer future for all. The Dominica president noted that small island developing states are concerned over threats to global security, climate change, loss of biodiversity, wars and conflicts, poverty, inequality, and the growing challenge of chronic non-communicable diseases. She said Dominica's cooperation with Portugal in the international arena can be counted upon. In more news, the Ministry of Education has announced that a psychosocial support unit was deployed to the Northeast Comprehensive School following the tragic death of a student. Sylvia Peters, a fifth form student, passed suddenly on the school's premises on Tuesday. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Robert Gist, made this statement.
The Ministry of Education is deeply saddened by the sudden passing of Sylvia Peters, a 16-year-old fifth-form student at Northeast Comprehensive School. Sylvia tragically collapsed during break time on February 18th and, despite all efforts, did not recover. This heartbreaking loss has profoundly affected the Northeast Comprehensive School community, as well as Sylvia's family and friends. Her untimely passing is a great loss to her family, friends, and the entire school community. In response to this tragic event, the ministry has mobilized its psychosocial support unit to provide counseling and emotional support to students, staff, and Sylvia's immediate family. A team of trained counselors has been deployed to the school to assist the community in coping with the loss. The ministry remains committed to providing ongoing support as needed during this difficult time. On behalf of the Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister of Education, and the entire staff of the Ministry of Education, I wish to express heartfelt condolences to the family, friends, and the entire Northeast Comprehensive School community during this incredibly difficult time. The ministry stands ready to provide the necessary support to help the school and family navigate this tragedy.
And that was the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Robert Gist. The official opening of the 2025 Greenall City Reunion activities is scheduled for today. Greenall City is located at the intersection of Greens Lane and Canal Lane in Goodwill. This marks the first time the Greenall City Reunion is being held, and it will take place under the theme Celebrating the Journey, Aspiring to Greater Heights.
On Thursday the 20th, we're starting off again with a Greet and Meet Games Night at the Goodwill Parish Hall. That will be from 7 p.m. and our award ceremony on the Friday, as I mentioned. And on the Saturday, the 22nd of February, we will be having a care outreach program within the community where we'll be going to certain homes to, give some donations and some supplies that a number of well-wishers have contributed to the effort. We end our reunion on Sunday with a church service from 7 a.m. at the St. Alphonsus Catholic Church.
Chairperson of the Greenall City Reunion, Natasha Henderson. The Stardom Calypso tent dubbed last night's edition of the tent Celebrity Meets Calypso, and the evening lived up to expectation as the celebrities gave the crowd their money's worth. The evening began with Janae Jackson and Jacintha Fagan-Defoe.
I've shared your burdens, and I have never complained as yet. No, I walk your fields with you, and in your office too, so show me respect. Whoa, whoa. Tonight. Woo. With cultural change and technology, we don't seem to mind that our children are all growing up way before their time. Society doesn't draw a clear distinction appropriate for adults and for children. Parents should develop an eye for what their child is absorbing. They need to control the flow of material that is influencing. Because children don't play children games. more. It's a
Jacinth Fagan Defoe, and before her, Janae Jackson. And as the crowd waited with bated breath for the next performer, Melia Joseph Dennis and Kimani Felicite came well prepared and delivered like they were competing for a Calypso title.
A well-known pedophile, walking the streets with pride. After he touched the person's child, even when she smiled, there's pain in her eyes, feeling like she has to die. We've held identities, fellas walking free, predators protected by the system. Who writes the law? What they're standing for? They failed us the most when we need them. Magwesa. But if it was drugs, you will see the police them running, coming. Accident up in Virgin Lane, they're moving like a snail. Cases of rape, stalling, gunshot from us.
You sacrificing and you working so hard. Somebody somewhere wishing you bad. Sometimes you smile but inside you sad. Somebody somewhere wishing you bad. Is it human nature where we have this culture? We just don't want to see each other prosper. So sometimes innocently you making enemies. Someone you never know nowhere, fighting hard to keep you down under. In life, everything you do, some people for you and some against you.
And that was Kimani Felicite, and before her, Melia Joseph Dennis. Then it was time for Kiwana Fontaine Wilson, and after James Gregoire.
It's also clear that nobody really cares. These are the days of homeless children ruling over. Nothing can change man and his ways. Whoa. These are the days of floods of rain, earthquakes and hurricanes. Nothing has changed, but it's not strange. Whoa. These are the days of terror, the fall of the great world order. Everything's safe. These are the days. These are the days. Whoa. These are the days. Whoa, 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 whoa. Na, na, yeah. Na.
Much energy was spent to take out the government. One with integrity, one with more honesty. So private sector, what you waiting for? Are you not eager to invest no more? So you should create employment all about. Instead you selling out. They say, na 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 na. They say I am true, they say I am hard. Before freedom come, they were scared of.
Okay, so that was before you heard Kiwana Fontaine, and we just ended with James Gregoire. Well, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Lakia Joseph, and Cultural Officer Michael Ferrol easily showed their skills on stage.
Tell them hooligans you see the government hire me to put the brakes on them, jam the brakes on them. I ain't playing politics, I'm just a legal mechanic. Put the brakes on them, jam the brakes on them. Put the brakes on them, jam the brakes on them. Pull out all their plugs. It's war on crime and drugs. Either they bend or break, whatever it takes. Put the brakes on them, jam the brakes on them. Show them no mercy, do it for the country. Oh lad, yes I, start on my boy. Tell you government, we need improvement. Still have a water problem in our system. Listen, so tell Kimani for me,
We want no trouble with she. We will not belong to we. Write it down in our history. And we hear them shouting. And we hear them shouting. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. Ooh, yeah, no, no, hey, no, no, no. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Michael Ferrol, and before him, Lakia Joseph, the Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture. Then the last two performers were former Queen contestants Nikes Moranci and Magistrate Gloria Sceptre Augustus.
Whoa, you're disappointed, yet still committed. Hoping one day you will get promoted. Jump like you on a treadmill. Putting all the effort, giving all the time, but you at a standstill. You ain't moving. On a treadmill. Your legs are moving, your body's working, but you are at a standstill.
I wrote a letter to the director of the movie Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, man. I say, why bother with Hollywood actors when the real pirates and them stay right here? Yeah, man. Just look in the Caribbean, man cast our politicians. Well, it's strictly Grammy winners on your hand, yeah, man.
And that was Gloria Sceptre Augustus, and before her, Nikes Moranci. Celebrating Mits Calypso was staged to pay tributes to former Calypso judge Evelina Baptiste, who was laid to rest last month. President of the St. Lucia Police Welfare Association, Cameron Lowry, has strongly criticized Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre's move to increase pay for police officers, calling the move an imposition that disrespects the ongoing negotiation process. He made the remarks to St. Lucia Times yesterday ahead of a general meeting with association members where he was due to address, among other things, concerns about the Prime Minister's announcement the night before. In a televised address, the Prime Minister said that police officers and fortnightly paid workers represented by the National Workers Union would receive their back pay, with other public officers, sector employees rather, whose bargaining agents agreed to a 13% pay increase despite ongoing negotiations with the government. However, the president of the Police Welfare Association described the announcement as gross disrespect. He suggested that it was premature and inappropriate since the Police Welfare Association had not reached an agreement on fringe benefits, which had to be completed before they moved on to salaries. And Donald Trump says he believes Russia has the cards in any peace talks to end the war in Ukraine because Russia has taken a lot of territory. The U.S. president told the BBC he trusted that Moscow wants to see an end to the war, which Russia started when it waged a full-scale invasion almost 3 years ago. That's news. Sports is next.
Transform your meals with the superb quality that is found in Robert's products. Become a master baker with Velvocrete shortening. Add a touch of love to your food with Sunflower Soft Luxury Spread. Perfect your bread with Glow Spread Margarine. Add Mellow Cream, the tastemaker flavor to all your gravies, soups, and stews. Robert's, for the love of cooking. Distributed by Fine Foods, the biggest distributor of the biggest brands found in Dominica.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank, 420 pound propane tank, 100 pound LPG cylinder, Petro Caribe, 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Caribe, Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth. Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
Just Mobank me. It's that easy.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD makes it easy to bank online, anywhere, at any time with Mobanking. The faster, easier way to bank.
The faster, easier way.
So transfer funds on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
To pay your bills with Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
So order checks on Mobanking.
The faster, easier
Pay employees on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way to bank.
Log on or sign up for Mobanking to bank online anywhere at any time. Visit nbdominica.com for more details and follow us on Facebook and YouTube.
So how should I pay you?
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD.
Your partner, your bank.
Welcome to the Morning Sport Report. We begin with football news. Manager of the boys' national under-17 football team, Karim Regis, believes the team has nothing to be ashamed of following participation in the CONCACAF under-17 World Cup qualifiers in Mexico. The Dominica team was unable to qualify from the group, which featured Mexico, Belize, Nicaragua, and Barbados, losing all 4 of their matches. Regis says the team gave it their all despite the challenging environment in Mexico.
Well, for one, I feel that myself personally, and I would hope that the nation, the Dominicans here and abroad can feel the same, is that we should be extremely proud of the team and those boys for the heart and effort and determination that they showed at the tournament. As you rightly said, we came up against some very serious powerhouses in terms of CONCACAF and globally in terms of football. And the guys, despite the results not showing, played their hearts out in what I can call less than the most hospitable conditions in terms of the altitude and the temperature. And if you look at some of the other groups that were taking place, because we were in Group C as one of 7 groups, if you look at some of the scores in some of the other groups, you had score lines such as 22-0, 12-0, 17-0, 14-0. So, you know, some of the score lines, when you look at the grand scheme of things and you look at everything from a less of a microscope and more of a macroscope of footballing in the CONCACAF region, in the Caribbean, you have what Dominica, which is what you consider a micro island, taking on mainland Central American islands, whereas in Dominica you have a group, maybe 100, 200 guys to pull from, and then you have a country like Mexico, for example, that can call, when they call a national team, is the best player out of tens of millions of players. And we as Dominicans should be extremely proud of our boys.
Manager of the boys' national under-17 football team, Karim Regis, he says the playing conditions also did not favor the team.
When you're speaking about Mexico, Mexico is so large. You can't speak about Mexico. You gotta speak about where we were. We played our games in a state called Toluca.
Okay.
And just a quick geography lesson for the listeners. Toluca is roughly between 4,000 to 5,000 feet above sea level. Now, to put that into perspective, the highest point in Dominica is Monte Diablote at 4,774 feet. So we were trying to operate at Monte Diablote or even higher than Monte Diablote levels. The altitude was an issue, which is what we expected, and the temperature as well was something that I don't think we could have been prepared for. There are mountain ranges in Toluca that have snow, and that cold front comes down onto the city of Toluca. So we were battling with 2-degree weather, 5-degree weather. I think the hottest temperature throughout our entire tour was 20 degrees.
That was manager of the boys' national under-17 football team, Karim Regis. The Dominica State College kicked off the 2025 Sports Division Secondary Schools Under-20 Boys Basketball Tournament with a win over the Dominica Grammar School Wednesday evening. State College cruised to the comfortable win at the Massac Indoor facility.
In the opening match of the secondary schools under-20 boys basketball championship organized by the sports division, the Dominica State College defeated the Dominica Grammar School 73 points to 56. Kirsten Peters of the Dominica Grammar School had a game-high 29 points, and he was supported by Charlton Charles with 14. And for the Dominica State College, Kaylan Paul, he top scored with 23 points, while Beyond Seaman added 21.
And that was Sports Officer U.D. John. Meantime, the Castlebrook Secondary School cruised to an easy straight set win over the Dominica Grammar School in the only match Wednesday in the Sports Division Secondary Schools Volleyball Championship. Castlebrook Secondary School took the match in straight sets, winning 25-5, 25-16, and 25-5. The games will continue today with the Wesley High School playing Pure Charles Secondary School in the girls' division, while in the boys' division, the Dominica State College will play the Orion Academy. President of the Dominica Athletics Association, Brendan Williams, has hailed the efforts of Karel Etienne and Addison James as they put in dominating performances at the Central Champs Meet in Jamaica on Wednesday. Etienne set a new national record in the girls 100 and 200 meters events.
Well, Gavin does a great day for athletics, for athletes based in Jamaica. And on behalf of the Dominica Athletics Association, I would like to congratulate both of them, that is Addison James and Miss Karel Etienne. Starting off with Miss Karel Etienne, who won the Central Championships in both the 100 meters and the 200 meters in a Class 2 division, where she broke national records in both events. Also, she broke the Central Championships record in the 100 meters with a time of 11.56 seconds, as well as a national record in the 200 meters where she ran a time of 23.86 seconds. With this time, Karel is now ranked number 3 in the world in her discipline in the 100 meters.
And that was President of the Dominica Athletics Association, Brendan Williams. Addison James, meantime, won the boys' javelin with a distance of 63.40 meters.
And then we had Mr. Addison James, who is coming into form. He won the Central Championships in the boys' javelin Class 1, where he threw a distance of 63.40 meters, still utilizing his shorter approach, and he have not gone on to his long approach. So that speaks volumes for he defending his character bronze medal later on in Trinidad. He came in 5th position in his second event, that is the boys under 20 or Class 1 discus. Addison is currently ranked number 10 in the world in the boys under 20 javelin, moving up in implement throwing the 800 grams. But these performances would not be possible if it wasn't for the training that they've been undergoing in the Edwin Allen High School, where both athletes are on scholarship. and also by the financial support received from the Dominica Olympic Committee and the government of Dominica. The Dominica Athletics Association would also like to thank Miss Sherry Roll for her financial contributions towards our athletes out there in Jamaica as well. Without this support, we don't think our athletes would be able to attain such success, and it demonstrates that, the success of our athletes, it's a collaborative effort.
And that was the president of the Dominica Athletics Association, Brendan Williams. Cricket news. Defending cricket West Indies Women's Super 50 Overs champions Jamaica will open up their title defense against Trinidad, while the Windward Islands will meet their arch rivals, the Leeward Islands, as the regional Women's Super 50 Overs tournament gets underway next week in St. Kitts. The tournament gets underway next Monday with 3 matches. Windward Islands will play the Leeward Islands, Barbados takes on Guyana, and Jamaica will play Trinidad and Tobago. Meantime, Windward Islands women's captain Zaida James says, despite the challenges facing the team, the Windwards possess their players to do well in the tournament. West Indies iconic batsman Brian Lara is set to return to the cricket field as he will captain the West Indies Masters squad for the International Masters League, which starts this weekend in India. Lara will be joined by some of the most iconic names in West Indies cricket, including Chris Gayle, Dwayne Smith, Fidel Edwards, and Danish Ramdin. The full West Indies team is Brian Lara captain, Chris Gayle, Kirk Edwards, Danish Ramdin, William Perkins, Fidel Edwards, Lendl Simmons, Nassim Deonarine, Ashley Nurse, Dwayne Smith, Jerome Taylor, Ravi Rampal, Sulaiman Ben, Tino Best, and Chadwick Walton. The West Indies will open their campaign on Monday against the Australia Masters. The Windies have been grouped with Australia, England, India, and South Africa. Some big names will feature in the tournament. Sachin Tendulkar will captain in the Indian team. Jack Callis will lead Team South Africa. Ian Morgan leads England. Kumar Sangakkara will captain Sri Lanka. And Shane Watson will lead Australia. Well, on that note, we end the DBS Morning News and Sports. Just to remind you as well that at 2:30 this afternoon, DBS Radio will bring live coverage of the inter-secondary schools debating competition. And the topic this afternoon is the government of Dominica should invest heavily in bouyon music now to ensure future economic benefits from the genre. So DBS Radio will bring this live on both radio and on social media platforms as well. We also want to apologize that the Esperia Creole program will not be on, and we apologize, of course, for any inconvenience caused as a result. On behalf of the News and Sports Departments, our links personnel, Hazari Williams, I'm Ivona John Baptist Luge. Good morning.
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
Just Mobank me. It's that easy.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD makes it easy to bank online, anywhere, at any time with Mobanking. The faster, easier way to bank.
The faster, easier way.
So transfer funds on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
To pay your bills with Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
So order checks on Mobanking.
The faster, easier
Pay employees
way.
on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way to bank.
Log on or sign up for Mobanking to bank online, anywhere, at any time. Visit nbdominica.com for more details and follow us on Facebook and YouTube.
So how should I pay you?
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD.
Your partner, your bank.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.